Hey, all right, everybody. How's it going? Now, here we are, standing in front of my Nissan Ariya, and I did say a good few videos back that I'd go through the things that I didn't quite like about this car. Now, I'm not saying I don't like this car. It's a fantastic car, and probably the best car I've ever owned, the best driving car I've ever owned. It is the best car I've ever owned. But when the designers were making this car, there were a few things that I thought, oh, I didn't quite like what they've done there. So we'll go through them things in this video. We'll go for a drive and I'll just talk about the things I don't like. And maybe I might do a video on all the things I do like. Now this version here, this Nissan Ariya, is the 87 kilowatt hour battery, and it has got the, I don't know if you can see there, that is the 22 kilowatt hour charger, so it can take the 22 kilowatts as well as the 7 kilowatts. You'll know when you open the bonnet because there'll be like a bit missing by there if you haven't got the 22 kilowatt hour charger. So anyway, let's jump in the car, maybe go for a drive, and we'll have a look at the things that sort of get on my nerves. Right, okay, so let's start off with the first thing, which is, it'll be pretty obvious. When I go forward like this, my head is hitting the roof. If you go back, it's absolutely fine, but this roof line by here is really low, and this bit here as you get in is really low. Now I haven't got the seat up to its fullest thing. I've got it sort of halfway, I'd say. I'd prefer it to be a little bit higher. I like my legs to sort of, I like to be in a more of a upright position. But I've got to duck my head to get in a little bit by here, so I don't know if it's a high floor. It must be a high floor, I don't know, but this bit here seems to be, it sort of comes in a, look, I'm just banging my head. If I was any higher, my head would be hitting it. So that's number one. Now, as a side note, nothing to do with the way this car was designed, I needed the front drive shaft outer CV joint or constant velocity joint changed because it was clicking slightly. Because if you've watched the previous videos, I bought this car, it was in an accident, it got hit in the front, it must have hit the wheel, it must have damaged the CV joint. So I looked up, because I've got back issues, I got arthritis in my spine. I usually always do my own jobs on a car, but lying down on the floor, and at my age, I can't do it anymore. I can't do every job on a car anymore. So I looked on Google for the best reviews for people, you know, garages. I found this one guy, took the car over there, and he said, oh no. He said, oh no, I want electric cars. I'm a petrol head. Mate, get with the program. Look, 1 in 4 cars sold last month was an electric car. So come on, sort yourself out. So anyway, I looked online for a Hevra approved garage, and there was one about 5 miles away from me. And I'm glad I found them because they were a fantastic garage. Very professional, everything was done on time. They sent me loads of emails, they rang me, they sent me text messages as well, so they were absolutely fantastic. I'll put the name of the garage by here, which is about 5 miles away from me, and I'll put their link in the description because they were very good, and they weren't scared to work on an electric car. So what's the next thing on the hit list of the designers making a complete boo-boo? My name's Ringo Starr. I was in the Beatles, you know. In the Beatles. Now another thing that is absolutely awful is the centre console. It's a complete shambles. Now in the higher up model, the top of the range model, it does move back and forth, so it's marginally better, but it's still not that good. So let's take a look at the diabolical centre console. Right, okay, so the centre console in this model, there we go, we got cup holders there, right? A I've taken the thing out of there. It's in the glove box over there. So we got that bit there, and then we lift this up here like this. You can put your phone in there to cook your phone. It's not to charge your phone, it's to cook your phone. Don't put the lid down when you've got your phone in there, because you will have a cooked phone on Gas Mark 5. The storage, look. There's your blinking storage. This bit here, look. I can put a couple of USB sticks in there. And then the even worse part, well, let me just finish with the centre console. If I put that down like that, right, and you're driving along, you can see the button, that light I should say, there's the light. You have got to move your phone around sometimes to get that to work. The light will come on when it's charging. Now you've got your e-pedal there. We'll come to the e-pedal in a minute, because that's tragic. The drive mode. Now, if I'm driving along like this, right, with my hand, let me come out a bit like that, or whatever, right, and I'm resting my hand, it's not too bad, right? I won't lay my hand on there. But if I put my phone in there to charge, right, then I go to change the gears or whatever. The palm of my hand, the back of my hand, touches this, and it puts it in sport mode accidentally, because you only got to rest your hand on it, and it changes that into sport mode, and then I got to put it back. I usually drive in standard mode. Now, it doesn't end there. That's just my dash cam going off then. It doesn't end there. If I go forward down here, I can't get down there. It's so awkward. If I go down here like this, la 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 la, down there like that, right? Down there, I still can't see it. Down there, look. Down there. Look. The USBs, the power outlet, and somewhere to put your phone. It's down there. Now, you might say, let me come out a bit so you can see it a bit better. It's down there, look. Look what it is. It's down there, right? So, if you've got I just hit my head, when I got in then, I just hit my head on there. This is what I mean. When I get in and out, you've got to duck your head. You can't get in, right? So, let's get in again. Right, so, the USB and stuff there, you've got to reach over, right? But it's awkward. Now, if you had the top of the range model, you can move this centre console backwards, and you can see them USBs perfectly fine. But as it is, this is actually covered. You've got to lean really forward, get your head down there, and then the even worse bit, I am moaning now, you've got two glove boxes, okay? You've got that one there, which is a decent size, okay? Then you've got this one, doesn't seem like that's closing properly, that's it. Right, then you've got this one, and you might think, oh, that's a decent size, but you might not be able to see, it's from there to there, right? That's that there. You can only put, I've got that in there, right? If I put a wallet in there as well, it just about closes, because it's not, when you put that up, it's hardly any room. Now, yet again, if you had the top of the range model, they've got a drawer that slides out with loads more room in it. So they've only designed it good for the top of the range models, whereas the other two lower models, I've got to put up with this malarkey. Now, why didn't they just carry on with that? Because to me, that seems like wasted space by there. You could say you could put a bag there, but if you put a bag there, it could slip and go under your feet and cause a tragic accident. So, I don't know. And if you go on the website, you can buy a thing, an add-on there. I think it's on the American website, like a cubby thing. You can put stuff in. Why? I don't know why. Right, okay, so I'll try and show me getting in the car. It is a bit awkward. You have got to duck and dive to get in the car. Now, here's another thing. The top of the range model, I mean, they got to cater for everybody, haven't they, okay? Not just the top of the range model. The top of the range model has got memory seats, So you could put the seat all the way down, and when you get back in, it could go back up, which would make it easier. But in this, the mid-range model, it's got electric seats, but they're not memory seats. So I could put the seat down and back up every single time, but who wants to do that? Anyway, so let's put the seat, and I've never had this before. Let's put the seat up as high as it goes, okay? Like that, right? There we go, that's as high as it goes, right? My head is now, it's hitting there like that, right? Let's try and get in the car with the seat in its highest position. Right, here we go. I gotta, you gotta, you gotta twist your head and everything just to get in, which is, it's quite bizarre. It must be this is coming, this bit here is coming down a little bit too early. It should have gone a little bit further forward, I think. Anyway, and I think that's anyway, so if I put the seat all the way down, which I don't like, but I will do it, like so. La. If you're down here, then it's fine, you've got bags of room, look. But you are down, when you're down, you're really down. I like to be up a bit, if that makes sense. Some people like to be driving down, some people like to be driving up. But when the seat is up, you shouldn't be hitting your bonce on there or hard to get in and out. Anyway. Now, is there anything else I can think of? There was one other thing. What was that? Oh yeah, the app. I only got 3 months, because I'm obviously the second owner, it must be. I think the first owner gets 3 years on the app. Because I'm a second owner, I only got 3 months on the app to look at the battery state of charge, do the air column stuff for 3 months. I think I got to pay, if I want to have it now, I've got to pay £2 a month. Oh, you stingy gits. So it's a bit stingy, innit? You should give the people the app forever. Now, I don't think there's anything else I can think of. I think that's it. That's my main gripes with the car. And it's not just this car. Every single car I've owned, and I've owned a lot of cars, there's always something that designers do that doesn't quite jive right. And I don't know how these designers can get it so wrong every time. How do they get it so wrong? I mean, they did the top of the range car, give that sliding console, which is still a bit of a load of old ghoulies. They should have just carried on with the blooming thing. That's unusable space down there. That's unusable space for me, and it probably would be for most people. So I would have preferred if the console had continued on, and it would have been a big thing to put your stuff in, and the USBs would have been up higher, not down, right down there, especially with people with a bad back like me. I can't bend down there. Well, I can, but it's not ideal. You want things to be accessible, don't you? But other than that, it's a fantastic car, absolutely brilliant car. I'm getting, like, I'm on 52% at the moment, and it's showing 179 miles of range. I am getting I don't know if it's my sedentary driving, but I do genuinely get about 330 miles of range out of this car. Now, that might drop in winter, but I think it's just my style of driving. I do get over 4 miles per kilowatt all the time. So like I said, it must be my driving. I don't do a lot of motorway driving, so it probably would dip down then as well. So I'm wondering, if they do a facelift version of this car, I wonder if they'll alter this center console or do something a bit different, because it is, I think they should have given the sliding center console and the slide out drawer to every version of the car. That should have been one of the things that they should give to all of them, because it doesn't make sense when it's like this. And you've got there's nowhere to put anything. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. What's that car in front of me there? It says electric. What car is that? It's got a boot. Oh, it's a BMW. A BMW i5 eDrive 40. That's quite nice, isn't it? It's like a grey-green, isn't it? Right, so that is it. I do like the car, but there's a few peculiarities to this car. If you do own one of these Nissan Arias and you watch these videos, is there anything else that you don't like in particular? Because it is a great car. It's very quiet on the fast roads here. Plenty of power. I got the big battery version as well. I got the 87 kilowatt hour battery. Now, I don't know when I've just driven, I'm talking to the camera, and I've ended up heading towards a place called Risca. So I wasn't going anywhere in particular. I just fancied to drive. Right, okay then, I think I'm going to end the video there. I just thought of one more thing. There's no one pedal driving in this car. It's got the E pedal, but the E pedal doesn't quite work like the E pedal did in the, well, it works like the E pedal in the Nissan Leaf, but it doesn't bring you to a stop. It just brings you down to a slow speed. And when you press the E pedal like that, it changes the throttle, the accelerator, and it feels like the power's been zapped completely. I hate the E pedal. It's not like one pedal driving. It does slow you down quite a lot, but it doesn't bring you to a stop. Right, okay then, so that is the end of the video. If you did like the video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.